What is up, fellow YouTubers? Good early morning. Well, for my next batch of wands, I wanted to add leather and copper to the handles. And I thought I had enough clear drying Gorilla Glue and leather to finish it, but I ran out of those things. I'll get more of that when I can, but so far the wands are looking pretty good. I'll admit it, I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my wands. I take great pride in what I do for my Etsy shop. Albeit sometimes a little too much pride. But that's why they sell so quickly. Now earlier I posted a video on my YouTube entitled Drink Combo. Hanging out with some friends of mine. And while hanging out with some friends of mine, I decided to make a badass drink combination. And in fact, that drink combination was pretty good. So I made a video showing off the new drink combination. And of course, we're gonna have the haters, but fuck them. The video has 26 likes and 33 dislikes. And a person left a comment on my video. I'm not even gonna bother reading their name, but the responses are pretty gold. And this is exactly what I'm talking about in our society. One second. Alright. So on my drink combo video that I just uploaded to YouTube, let's see. One person writes, "I'm sorry for your loss, but that is still a pussy drink." Yeah. If you haven't been following me, as of recently, one of my best friends passed away due to his disorder, and yeah. Which I appreciate your condolences, but calling it a pussy drink, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, if it's not your cup of tea, if the drink I mixed up is not what you like to drink, cool, that's your choice. But no one's forcing you to watch my videos. And if you don't like what I mix in my drinks, then please feel free to make a video mixing up your own drinks. Because you seem to be so convinced that what I had was a pussy drink. I'm sitting here like, a pussy drink? Well, that sounds kind of good. So my response was, it's 2019, stop degrading women with that kind of talk. And furthermore, this drink kicks ass. So if you don't want to drink it, then you don't have to. Yeah, I basically said to him, it's 2019, stop degrading women with that kind of talk. And furthermore, this drink kicks ass. So if you don't want to drink it, you don't have to. And I figured that would be the end of that, but the person left a freaking paragraph for a response. And the response to my comment is so unbelievably stupid that I just had to share it because people actually think like this. Although this is the same kind of crowd that probably uses the word libtard. If you refer to someone's drink as a pussy drink, you're probably that kind of asshole that uses words like libtard. Yeah, I don't know. Just speculating. But, and I mean, he wasn't completely negative with his comments, so, he or she, whoever it is, so I figured maintain the same response. I know what a lot of people are going to say on this video, why are you bothering to acknowledge this crap? You're just giving the trolls what they want. See, I don't feel like this is acknowledging the trolls. I feel like this is an issue that needs to be addressed because there's this fucking attitude with our society, and I'll get to that in a second. But the response was, I appreciate you responding. That said, man, come on with that neo-feminism shit. Your drink is probably fantastic fine. Women aren't a class of people in dire need of being protected from slang. Men are not generally offended when someone is called a dick or a wiener. It's just the way the language is used and continues to be used. What's degrading to women is to pretend they need white knighted. They can take a joke like anyone else. Despite the vocal minorities of university plebes and Twitter soldiers, it's 2019, and really degrading isn't the use of specific language in reference to this or that. It's the war on the so-called patriarchy. We can't say anything or make jokes or speak out our minds because people call it racist or degrading or some other embodies some prejudice. You're a smart guy. Get on the right side of the fence with this stuff. Okay, so this is the problem with our society. And before I get to that, my response was, it's not about protecting women or white knighting them. It's about respect. And major fucking shocker, women want to be treated like humans. My response to that was, it's not about protecting women or white knighting them. It's about respect. And major fucking shocker, women want to be treated like humans. Okay, and this is the problem with our society. Men cannot be kind to women without it being taken as, oh, he's just trying to rescue her. She's the damsel in distress. Or he's just trying to get down her pants. And do you know how frustrating that is as a male? But you want to sit here and say, well, women have it just as hard as men do, and you're right, they do. If not, sometimes worse. You want to sit here and come up with like one or two so-called double standards for men. People could sit there and say, well, yeah, I bet there's like 3 or 4 double standards that women have to go through. Okay, so comparing sob stories isn't going to get you places. However, this is the problem with our society. Just because a man is respectful to women does not mean he's trying to get down her pants. It doesn't mean he's trying to save her or put her on a pedestal or fucking, kiss her ass. And that's the problem with our society is men cannot be nice to women without it being taken as, oh, you're just kissing ass. And then the biggest problem of it is, and this isn't a problem, this is just irony in a fucking nutshell. Women complain because men aren't nice enough. Oh, men are just assholes. So we try to be a little bit nicer, and they're still not happy. And you sitting there calling people who do studies at a university plebes. It just shows you the kind of person this person is, you know. They can't afford to go to college, so they talk down to people who can because it makes them feel insecure. And whenever someone else tries to stick up for women, this person pulls this whole, oh, blah, 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 blah crap. Which leads me to believe that the person who made that comment has had some pretty shitty experiences with women. Otherwise, they wouldn't write this whole fucking paragraph calling me stupid, basically. Got a mango nos here. Hold on a second. Friend bought this for me. Shout out to homeboy Scotty. And it's frustrating because then you get this whole men using feminism as an excuse to try to get down chicks' pants crap. Which, if a woman encounters two kinds of men, then the first one uses feminism to fuck her, basically, and then that's it, you know. The second man she meets, who's actually respectful and uses feminism to gain respect and treat women with respect, she's going to have a harder time believing his bullshit because of the last person's bullshit. And that's not fair. That's totally, completely unfair to the person who actually respects women, but that's life. Assholes ruin it for everybody. And being as I'm goth and autistic, that's gonna hurt me on the dating scene just a little bit because most women aren't sure how to handle that. Like, okay, this dude's got autism. What the fuck's that all about? Like the other day, I was checking out a woman, and I'm not gonna lie, I did take a peek at her boobs, but it was like for fucking 2 seconds. It wasn't like I was sitting there going, just staring at her like, huh? And then, of course, when she was out of earsight, she got all offended. Oh my god, that goth dude's an asshole. He was totally staring at my boobs. And I at first tried to deny it, but then I overheard someone else say, double standards, women check out men all the time. I watched that dude's videos. Gothic King Cobra's right. And I was like, hey, someone's sticking up for me. And my response at that point, I was like, you know what? You should be grateful I'm checking you out. I'm a fucking YouTube celebrity. And then she got really pissed off when she heard me say that. She was like, that guy's a fucking asshole. And I wanted to say, what boobs? But I didn't. I resisted the urge. Because someone else already fucking said it. The same dude that stuck up for me the first time. I was like, oh, that's great. I don't know about you, but personally, and before you call me an asshole, it's not like I was just ogling. And the funniest part is when she tried doing this number. Like, what are you covering up, honey? There's no cleavage. Before you call me a fucking asshole, hear me out. When people are acknowledged in some way, shape, or form that they're attractive, even if they don't have big boobs, okay, big whoop. If they're acknowledged that they're attractive in some way, shape, or form, shouldn't that be a compliment? And then here's the best part. Here's the best fucking part. When that chick found out I had Asperger's, her whole tone completely fucking changed. Oh, I didn't know he had autism. I feel so sorry now. Screw you. If you are offended by me checking you out, why should me having Asperger's make it any different? I don't want your fucking sympathy. Piss off. But needless to say, when that incident happened, I didn't let it crap all over my fucking evening. I'm not going to say when and where that happened. That's irrelevant. But why is it, YouTube, that women can stare at men all day, make obnoxious comments about our asses, but as soon as men do it to women, we're pigs? A woman can walk up to a dude and say, "Nice ass." Damn, I'd smack that. And there's not a fucking thing you can do about it, dude. The dude's married and he feels extremely uncomfortable that some random chick is totally hitting on him when he has a wife. There ain't a fucking thing he can do about it. Male privilege my ass. You know what society would tell him? Suck it up, you pussy. All men want is sex. What are you complaining about, you pig? Dude, I have a wife and she'd totally kick my ass if she'd seen that shit happening. Or her ass or whatever, you know? But then you get schmucks like this on social media who feel like if I use certain words, it'll make me sound smart. And try to hide behind calling me stupid by calling me a smart guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude. I'm not gonna lie, the incident with that chick kind of ticked me off a little bit because I was like, okay, I haven't had pussy in a year and 5 months. At this point, it should be a compliment that I'm checking you out. Not trying to be a dick, but I'm just saying, flip the script. Flip the fucking script. And if it's a chick who hasn't had dick in a year and 5 months, and she's looking to get laid, and she goes checking out every guy on the planet, whether that chick's that guy's type or not, they can't say shit. Okay, just because sometimes women have it worse and maybe in the past women haven't always been treated the best, that sucks. I wish I had control over that, because if I did, I'd change it. But if women know exactly how it feels to be treated like shit by the opposite sex, why, in fact, would women do it to men? Because two wrongs do not make a right. And if anything, it's just going to make things worse. But if things are going to improve amongst the sexes, it's going to have to be a group effort. Men and women need to reconcile and realize they're very similar in a lot of ways. Case in point, going back to what I said earlier, if a chick hasn't had dick in a long time, or a dude hasn't had pussy in a long time, and they're craving some attention from the opposite sex, what do you think they're going to do? They're going to check out all the hot members of the opposite sex that they can find. Seeing what's on the menu, there's nothing wrong with that. Perfectly natural. And here's the best part. Women, you contradict yourself on a couple of things. And I'm not saying this to attack you, I'm just saying it because I can't explain it. I don't, How is it that women can sit there and say all women are created beautifully, and then turn around and slut shame some poor chick on her Instagram because you think her makeup looks trashy, and that it's setting a bad example for women, and that her idea of female empowerment is stupid? Who the fuck made you the boss of that shit? Female empowerment is different for every female. Not every female is empowered by the same thing. But that's the best part of it, because when men say, "Oh, I won't date you because of X, Y, and Z," some women get pissed off and defensive. Why not? She's a beautiful girl. All women are created beautifully. And there's that bullshit. Men are not allowed to have standards. Women can sit there and say they want a dude who's got six-pack abs, 6 feet tall, 6-inch dong, 6 salary figure, all that shit. Have the most unrealistic expectations. And that's because they hold the key, YouTube. They hold the key. If you can't get that metaphor, then you're not paying attention. Now, sex should not be a bargaining tool. The two biggest things that couples will fight about is sex and money. Money is a bargaining tool, whether you like it or not. But just because you shouldn't use sex as a bargaining tool doesn't mean that it's not your body, because it is. It's your body and it's your right. I know the age-old joke about the married couple. "Oh, honey, you pissed me off. Now you're sleeping on the couch tonight." That age-old cliche. Now, sex should be used as a way to bond with your partner, become closer both physically, mind, body, soul, and mentally. But people are using it as a bargaining tool. Oh, saying things like, "Oh, you're grounded from sex." That's stupid. If you're going to say something like that, just say, "I'm cutting you off." That sounds a lot better, than "I'm grounding you." Like, what the fuck? You that dude's mother or what? I hope not, because that'd be nasty. And sometimes taking a break doesn't hurt. Allows you to cool off and build back up. So then when you go back at it again, it's more refreshing. It keeps things fresh, and because relationships don't revolve around sex necessarily. That's a bonus of any relationship, if you ask me. The companionship is where it's at, bud. Having someone to talk to and spend time with, take her out to dinner in public and be like, "That's mine. Anybody else touches her, I'm gonna fuck you up." But just because you respect women doesn't mean you're trying to put them on a pedestal or white knight them, or, "Oh, they're a damsel in distress and they need saved." Get the fuck out of here with that shit. And that's exactly the problem with our society, is you can't treat women with respect without someone twisting it into, "Oh, he's just trying to get laid," or "those two are fucking," or blah, blah, blah. And those are the standards that affect both men and women, to be quite honest. Now, I'm not going to drink this whole fucking nos. Maybe have like a couple sips, put it in the fridge for later. Because I'm fixing to pass out after this video. Yeah. As far as the dating scene goes, if women reject me, I'm like, that's your loss, honey, not mine. This video is going to be called Responding to a Comment. I occasionally make videos like this because, you know, it helps get my side of the story across, especially when I'm coming off as this pro-feminazi what the fuck ever. Now, I'm not a feminazi, I'm a feminist. There's a difference. I don't blame women for everything. I acknowledge that men are just as guilty. And I fight for gender equality because, quite frankly, it's bullshit. I don't like the way people get treated. Put that out for later. Anyways, tubes, thanks for watching. I'll catch you cool cobras later.